Oh man, that was an interesting week. U's NFT just happened. I got my U. It's been a crazy mayhem in Solana NFTs. And now we're going to talk about the next upcoming NFTs in this NFT Mint series. We're going to go through 5 upcoming projects that are looking to be the most wanted on Solana this month and probably next month. First, this isn't financial advice, only entertainment and education content. Okay, this first project is called Claynosaurz. Mint price and mint date is TBD right now and has a supply of 10,000. Twitter following is at almost 14,000. Discord is basically at 18,000. But check out the mutual following. It's above 50. HD Soul, General Soul, Case from OK Bears, Soul Portan from Tile Robotics, Easy from Nifty Portal, it's Ragnar, Nox Trace, and of course everyone else on that mutual list that I personally follow for Alpha. But it's an insane list. I haven't seen a list like that in such a long time. So the vibes are real. The vibes here, I will rate it a 9 out of 10. The art is an 8.5 out of 10 in my opinion. It definitely has that brand feel to it. It's unique and clean. And the big one is that it's charming. And I do feel that this 3D work could have potential to be the first Solana 3D quality work. And if you don't know, it's been hell for 3D projects to shine in Solana. And there's no such thing as invisible friends here in Solana. It's difficult. So this team, as what we know so far, are working on creating 3D animations and IP development in NFT industry, and they pretty much chose Solana to do this. And in the beginning, it was a debate between if they're gonna have it on Ethereum or if they're gonna have it on Solana. But they believe that Solana was the best route to do their enormous creativity world of Claynosaurz. We do know that there is a world called Claynotopia, and this will be the first so-called Genesis release of NFTs. And each Clayno will have its own personality. There will be a lot of different characters and world building on here. And one of the big ideas around here is that they could potentially bring this out and lend it to toys or other type of different merchandises around different stores or televisions or movies, film, and video games. So it's a very interesting type of project. I am definitely going to look into this more further. If you look at these 3D type of animation, they really work professionally on them just by the way they're designed and branded. So this team does have a lot of expertise behind them, and I could see why so many people are following this project. Also, I'm giving away 10 invites to our Discord community below. We have alpha giveaways, whitelists, and it's a great community overall. I also talk about what I'm buying and selling, and we also have people like Zircon, Ryan, Ormerex giving out their own alpha out in this community. So check it out in the link below. First come, first serve, exclusive Discord. So on to the next project. Okay, so this next project is called GMers. So this project mint date is TBD right now. The price is TBD, and by the power of Zeus's beard, it has a whopping supply of 50,000. That is crazy. I have never seen anything like this. And by the way, I do like the project name GMers. If no one knows what this means, GM means good morning. So these are good morningers. But it's very cool name. It's got that little vibe on it. And the price is 1 dust, which I enjoy because I am very fascinated by dust, which we can talk about later on. Discord following is at 4.1 thousand and Twitter following is at 3.8,000. The art is original. I rate it 7.1 out of 10, and you can see that it's very meme-ish. It's got that basically Twitter type of look to it, like the minister on Twitter. And you can see that they have definitely added that kind of a stick figure look to it, and they've implemented this on a lot of their art. Is it PFP-able? I would say it is. It's charming as well. It's got that type of unique look. It's got a recognizable look, and it's got probably a sub-DAO friendly type of potential here. So we're gonna see how that plays out as far as art. Also, the vibe, I rate it a 7.2 out of 10, and it's a steady vibe level on Twitter. They basically have people following them. There's a lot of curiosity around this. I have about 7 mutual following here, which is okay in between the low and high level of vibes. And the main question here is why? Why are they doing 50,000 NFT mint? And that is what we're trying to figure out. So this project wants to be known as the biggest DAO in history and build a community around this by allowing members to use their specific tools to succeed in the space. Basically, they will have alpha bots, wallet tracking, minting tools, and etc. So in the secondary action, community team members will earn royalties, and there will be a range of 140 community team members that will compete for this. So number 2 is that the 1.75% of these funds, community team members, is split up in 3 ways. And how is it split? Well, 1% to the team members who are higher than the raters will get the money, 0.5% for head raid squad, and 0.25% for junior raiders. There will also be a roundtable in this project which will basically help build this DAO, and in return these people will receive an incentive which will be coming from the secondary royalties. So if you're looking to be a top community member to receive royalties, then paying $3 of dust could essentially be a win if you are driven by this community, like a raider, a chatter, a alpha caller, a collabor. Basically all this will help out in the DAO, and they will incentivize you for it. So in general, one could say that this DAO is a mix of alpha, tools, art, and royalties, and it's got a little different twist to it with community members being involved, and an interesting project to observe when they mint out. So let me know what you think of this project on the comments below. Okay, so this next project is called Wade Family and Friends, and the mint date here is September 20. Supply is at 2,100. Price is still TBD. Discord following is at 6,000. Twitter following is at 13,000, and the art is a 7.8 out of 10 in my opinion. It has its own originality and seems to go with the trend of blue, and it's kind of charming. It's a peer-to-peer label. I would say probably not. The vibe is a 7.4 out of 10 in my opinion. There's mutual following, but there's not that much going on Twitter. So this Wade project is the genesis project from Crypto and IPX. So first, who is IPX? Well, IPX is the ageless version of Disney, which basically means that they have famous brands and characters that were built with a great legacy during that time frame. And Crypto has its own mission of having IP owned by the community members instead of the company. So these two basically collab to form a vision on IP 3.0, where communities have ownership of the IP. Currently, these characters are being made and is scheduled to release in November, but a past NFT will be delivered early, which gives access to raffles of fashion merch paired with NFT and probably a potential airdrop. It seems like a very interesting project. It's not your hype mint, so it's going to be more of a value performance type of play where they will have to prove their work through time and valuation after the mint is done. So more than likely the price will stay the same after mint, or it'll probably be fluctuating around there. So am I going to mint this? Most likely I will wait and observe this in the secondary and see if they execute on some of these products. So let me know what you think of this project on the comments below. Okay, so on to the next project, and this next project is called Helio Pay. Their mint date is TBD right now. Supply is at 10,000. Their mint price is at 3 Sol. Twitter following is at 6,700 right now. Discord following is at 8,600. The art, I will say, is an 8.7 out of 10. It looks very fascinating, glowish feeling, but not as glowish as those OG The Gods, which was like way too bright. Even Frank said it himself. But the background is clean. It's not as clean, but clean enough. I do think it looks great with the PFP, and people will rock it. I think it's gonna do very well as far as art, but the vibe here, I will say, is an 8.9 out of 10, which is also high. There's a lot of mutual following here on this Twitter. I'm personally around 38 mutual following, so there is some value vibe on Twitter. Overall, Helio is building a Web 3.0 payment platform. So if you imagine Stripe being used but on Web 3.0, crazy. So what's the issue? Well, the average cost of an online payment is 0.10 cents plus 2.5% fee. And Helio will want to reduce this to zero at some point. Web 3.0 projects are also spending a lot to build their own payment tools because they have to, because there isn't something else out there. So Helio is basically building a cheaper way of transacting, 0% fees, and a UX payment platform so projects can actually concentrate on their projects, and this one company will build this quality type of payment processing platform. So you can essentially do payments for invoicing, pay streams, subscriptions, e-commerce, and etc. So with this NFT, the benefit is that you have the access to Helio X, which is the pro version of Helio. And not just that, you will pay 0% transaction fees while everyone else pays 0.25%. There will be APIs, branded checkouts, and everyone's favorites, royalties. So royalties will basically be paid at a quarterly basis, and that's how they're going to be distributing among their DAO holders. So the team goes by these two guys by the name of Jim and Sting, who have built and scaled two SaaS companies which valued at $600 million altogether, and they have built this and used this expertise in Web 3.0. So it sounds like a really great project, also very interesting. Let me know what you think of this project on the comments below. Okay, so this next project is called Critter Cults. And Critter Cults mint date is September 25. The price is 2 Sol. Supply is at 4,444. Twitter following is around 2,000 right now. Discord following is around 3,500. The art, I would say, is an 8 out of 10. It's a pixelation type of art, which is very different from other art. So I typically rate it differently. For this project, they're actually very professional pixelators. They have an actual pixel art studio. So this is founded by RGB0x00, who is an artist on Solana. This guy basically made pieces for the Champions, Particles, and Hotheads. So this project has a sci-fi look to it, a little bit of 80s vibe to it. The vibes here, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. Even though they have 2,000 Twitter followers, the mutual connection here is heavy for a small following. So they are definitely not botted. It's probably pure following, and they have connections. And Sun Studios is behind this project. The other thing is that their token is already out for purchase, which you can purchase Pixel token that you can buy from famousfoxes.com. So overall, the vibe here looks pretty cool with a 7 out of 10. And the art is also dope as far as it being pixelated. But will it mint out within this next month? I honestly don't know. I think if we do still stay in the bear market, it's probably not mint as fast. It'll probably not mint out, but we'll see. But the supply is very low, so they probably know that, and this could sell out. But overall, cool project. I enjoy it. Let me know what you think of it on the comments below. So in conclusion, these projects are some of the top upcoming NFTs for September. And I went through hundreds of projects to hand select different projects that I think could have potential. Overall, in the end, you just don't know if these projects are rugs or not. And it's all high risk type of place. Everything in NFTs is high risk. So make sure you also do your own research. You always got to do your own research on projects and pick what you think is going to do the best from there, from your own research. Overall, if you enjoyed this content, subscribe below, hit the bell, smash the like button. Much love and peace.